I've told you many times that one of the coolest things I get to do in my job is stand up on this stage and look out at all of you as you celebrate each other. Whether it is an award winner starting to turn purple as they realize they are being recognized, or a colleague celebrating the excellence of their coworkers, I have had an incredible view of all of you from this podium for the last many years. One of the strongest memories I have at these award presentations is looking out at a table full of our maintenance team members and watching Joe Kinsella celebrate the award winners. His team of guys, the same way that a hockey team would celebrate scoring a game-winning goal in overtime. Every time I've looked out here tonight, I've been looking for you, Joe, and I'm heartbroken that you're not out there celebrating back at me. I do know you're watching all of us here tonight, and I hope we're all doing you proud. I joined this company 21 years ago, and the first assignment I was given was to run a small cable company that provided cable and internet to several of our properties. At the time, this was very cutting edge. There was no high-speed internet in homes, only dial-up, and our communities were able to achieve higher rents than market because we could rent to .com employees who used high-speed internet to work at home. Many of you might remember Cambridge Side Apartments and Cambridge Park Place, to name two of our properties. There were three of us in this endeavor. Linda Thompson ran billing and customer service. I ran the business, and Joe Kinsella was the cable guy. Our technology was Spartan. We couldn't troubleshoot over the phone. If the internet or cable didn't work, Joe had to go out there and fix it. We had more irate customers than you could believe. And by the time Joe was done with them, they were always happy. Joe had a way of making everyone around him feel better and in good hands. I watched Joe interact with residents of all walks of life: drug dealers, difficult residents, elderly, difficult coworkers, difficult vendors, and it was always the same: that smile, that laugh, that charm. I do recall the day we told Joe we had sold the cable business and he didn't have to be the cable guy anymore. His smile beamed a little more brightly that day. For the next 20 years, Joe became my trusted advisor on all things maintenance. And I can tell all of you in front of me this evening that many of you that are in your seats, that you are there because Joe advocated for you and your careers. Just ask Ryan, Karen, or Justin. If they came to me related to a maintenance position, the first question I asked them was, what does Joe think? Most of the time, I went with what Joe pushed for, and his instincts on all of you were superb. Joe understood people, and he understood culture, and he understood what made someone succeed at CJ Management. We didn't talk often, maybe once a month, but his insight on the maintenance side of this business were superb. And even on the management side, Joe was never shy to share an opinion on the talents of the property managers he worked with. Again, his instincts were elite. I really believe because of the force of nature his personality was, that it overshadowed just how smart he was. The other thing that sticks out to me about Joe was when we would chat, I'd routinely finish by praising him and telling him what a great job he'd done. Joe, without fail, would respond by telling me, I have a great team, refusing to accept credit for any of the work, and naming 4 or 5 of you and giving you the credit. He never took credit for anything. It is rare to find someone that good who was only about making others better. It was a gift he shared with us, and I will always be grateful for. None of you need me to talk about his work ethic. No one worked harder. No one inspired a team better. I truly believe each and every one of us in this room and each and every property we manage and own is better in some way because Joe Kinsella was part of it. And while no one will ever truly replace him, he left us able to stand in his footprints and follow his path to the next generation of great leaders in this company. So what I ask of all of you is to take his amazing life and career and let's together take it forward. Carry his spirit, his personality, his team first attitude, his humility, and his passion for CJ Management forward in everything you do, and Joe will never be forgotten. And in the spirit of never forgetting, I am honored to present in front of you all tonight the first annual Joseph P. Kinsella Award. It will be awarded annually to the person who best exemplifies the life and career of Joe Kinsella, both in teamwork, work ethic, and dedication to the Corcoran Jennison companies. Our winner was hired in 2013 as a maintenance technician at Quaker Meadows, and within a year began to take part in the annual turnover prep at Harbor Point in Queen Anne's, where to this day he continues to contribute. 2 years after that, he was promoted to maintenance supervisor at Cobble Hill and became one of our strongest supers, able to take on every challenge that demanding property entailed. A review of service to our company shows that he has assisted in some way at every single property in our portfolio, whether it was turnover prep, special projects, unit inspections, work order completion, vacation coverage, short staff coverage, COVID coverage, refinance inspections, or REACT prep. He made over 6 trips to Pittsburgh to support the Oak Hill team when they needed additional manpower or expertise. He has also worked over 30 REACT preps over his career at CJ. Lastly, he is a most deserving first winner of this award because, in Joe's own words to me, he has grown in his career to become one of Joe's right-hand men, a person he trusted to send out to any property in any situation in his place. I am pleased to award the first annual Joseph P. Kinsella Award to Con Eam.